You alright?
Something trouble.
It's just... Ed has been...
I'm sure she...
Back in the north. Families would... Yeah, let the little tykes know they were well...
So?
Well, the problem is that Ed is due...
Is there anything? All right then. Not just then.
No. There's no luck yet. Thing is, they're hard to come by.
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through. I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend, Clyde. guard dogs. Quite a specimen it is, too. Let's try.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Your Grace?
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the...
An inherit.
It would seem the late Arch...
The day before we left.
What are these plans?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the complete emancipation of bearers. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospitals, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless, nor would he have those who would have stood with you.
It's a pity, only...
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father, but one at least remains.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is, after all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor.
And where is...
She awaits you in the...
Thank you. Shall we...
Lord Marquis?
What is it?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the... He sent an owl somewhat...
Was he surveying?
No. The object of his study was an ancient religion. By gaining an understanding of this new faith...
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash?
I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of... Though he has been silent for some days now, I have yet... It seemed only right, for as you so earnestly advised me...
But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. The last Mickleback, it lies, if, or...
Right.
You are. Go then, with my hopes.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
My lord. I am Goditha, retainer of House... Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted...
Lift up your head. You have our gratitude.
I merely did my duty.
My lady, what exactly...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been...
Indeed it has.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures of... Alas, he did not live. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each arm bound, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to... It was your father's wish that you be put with his grace long since gone. You are grown men, and while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his... I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am...
Do you know where we might find...
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder... We do at least know where to find one.
A certain...
You are most perceptive. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking... Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of...
What say?
What else? Titan's Wake is to...
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
For House Rossfield. Too slow. Ugh! Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Go...
Oh, thank the Griffin.
And the heart...
Yes. This rate. Thank you, your father.
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. If you would excuse me, The armbands pray. Heartstone is harder and more enduring. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the
It's a message. Enemies who would thwart his vision.
And only if we stood together. As Phoenix and Shield. As brothers in our...
Indeed. But this was more. It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the stead...
Forgive me, there is something I don't quite... The Undying told me that after Father died, even if the armbands were incomplete, so...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was of the deep love he had for both of you. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered... I tried to warn your father. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took...
And thank the
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, and so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to...
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to find...
It is.
If you would permit me to play my... Let him see that you have received his blessing.
I suppose it would be churlish. What do you say, Clive?
I think I was hoping to be able to...
Your father's helm. Since the day we recovered it, I prithee claim it. And I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hand.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. You've overcome Father's political enemies. That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. Perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then,
Onward.
and to a new beginning.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. A silver chocobo.
Oh, or maybe not. Though there was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, Cleet, near some guide hall. Most took him for a braggart.
We'll see.
How do? Fare thee well.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin.
How do you have the look of a man who could do with a new weapon?
I'm looking for a...
That's the... No one is... Word is, they were all hunted for their If any are still out there.
You're probably right.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver.
But if it's fancies...
Was a silver chocobo.
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the... A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here... Run like the wind! Can hardly wait. Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. The chocobo was here. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be dead. It's all right. Just borrow. Thank you. Let's get this back together.
It was no trouble. Clive, how'd you get...
Any luck?
Crystals, where...
It's a long...
Right there on the road to eat.
Everything up the empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though...
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastport. They'll find a new... After all, that's what us and do. Anyway, what matters is, and now...
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't like. The fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am, and that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What?
But it weren't your Ravis, Sid. I slew one of my...
So all those long nights in the pit...
Don't speak too soon.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your...
I will. I should go and see it.
Give it my best.
You can give it to you.
How are you feeling?
Well. Is...
Wrong.
Go on. Did you make...
We did. Aye. It's a good luck charm. We may come up... I mean, a baby. Oh,
I thank...
If there's anything you need...
I will.
Fancy a swift off.
I could be... Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over, what with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister, and then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many. I said I was going to get back to work anyway.
what is it?
Thanks.
I know.
help you today, Clive? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Twin sides. Hundreds of leagues away.
First the skies, then the crystal.
What do I owe the honor? What do you want? And? If Joshua's worried about... Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but I suppose she doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to let her know that we still need her. But how to do that?
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied and Jill and I broke from the procession?
To see that it was the first time Father had allowed... And when he realized you were missing, he...
It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and...
Then it seems you and Jill...
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect...
You're saying I should go and scout the area for...
I'm saying we should...
This is the play.
I'm sorry. We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place.
Perhaps. It's the only place I...
Then why not ask someone?
Someone at the back here. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will.
I need your... Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow...
Snow daisies. Then you'll want some... I reckon both have similar climes and...
Right.
Did you...
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sam...
the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recalled that she kept the record of... So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Ffxvi Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the market. And what can I do for you? Come back again.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you.
Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control. The town was left all but unguarded. And though my dear boys have been characteristic, so I was wondering if you would lend them your...
Of course.
Thank you, Cla. Philippe told me...
Where can I find the mist...
Here, my... To whom do I have...
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme. I wish to speak to you...
Very well. I trust you'll...
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and indeed, for continuing to argue, yet I fear he is not one to... He must be made to fit...
And who?
I would. Myself, were you to join us, we would surely have the strength...
Does that not seem a...
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be... But he is wrong. It is not the people... Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed. We must...
Fight him. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this... While I understand your frustration...
False hope. But I see that your mind is made up. If you will extend me this... I bid you good...
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. Which may be enough to seal the fate of this... This is all about...
Family.
I'm sorry. Well, yes. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join.
Your town needs you.
What does the dame have to say about all this?
So you are content to abandon the... Please, if you are a true son of North...
That's exact... Or trying to, at least.
Even when our true enemy... Fine. Thank you so...
She cornered you too.
Could hardly get a word in edge, like fuck.
She made an uninvited appearance at the... hoping to convince the dame to join her in...
I bet that went. Anyway.
Our mutual friend thought...
Oh, right, as always. We've had some reports, you see.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but...
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere...
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clark. I'll look into one of the...
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town. Enough! Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive! Are you all right?
I am. I dispatched the few.
Well, that's something. But what were they doing south of town? We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other.
Do you have eyes?
Some. Now, you head back to Northreach. I want you to...
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working, stirring up ill feeling towards her father.
What? I'll do what I can to calm. Be careful.
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer, over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
There's no work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caernarvon and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame. Come on.
Caution.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Straight home now. Look, brother. Do you see them? I do. The flowers and our friends. Nice try. What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
That was harder than I... But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say. Well, we wouldn't want another...
Jill.
There is?
It's, how would you fancy a trip?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Do you remember when I took you to Man?
You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern...
I'm sorry.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my... They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me or... No one thought to ask me what I was nothing to them. A pawn at best.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. And I knew then... No, I'll never forget. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back.
You're right.
And we'll do it.
Ready, girl? Run like the wind. This is more like it. Come on, then. Test me. Muhammad!
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun. I wonder how the others felt. Better hurry back to town.
Clive.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Glad to hear it.
Well, I thank you both.
You were right. And I had thought that without a strong, they would drift apart. To be born, but you, not by force, nor by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision.
As did his radiance said. I forgot that.
I'm sorry. I should only want power.
Do not blame yourself. I should have listened.
Your Eminence. But I believe the same could be... We all want safety, security, and we may yet achieve. Will you join us? Thank you. Now that that is settled, I must go.
Madam Isabel, I see that...
You're right.
Forgive me for saying so, milady. And that goes for you. You're one of us.
One of...
Well said.
Well, I should see if his...
Can we get you anything?
Just a little further.
Is the last one?
How goes the treat? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretch. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me. But I sense you would... For you, madam.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief, shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter, all united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
this be Mickleburg?
These people aren't... And the village seems safe. What is going on?
Ah.
Eat the call? No, to be honest, What are you doing here?
It is my home. The other...
You keep saying...
They came to perform the rite. This village, where they shall cast their...
Give them...
Oh, Lord, let free us from...
They won't... Forgive me. But did another foreigner...
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me.
I am Lord Ffxvi.
That's right, and you must be the...
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
And I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill.
He said that you had failed.
I came here to study the followers of this new... You have seen... They devote themselves to the veneration of praying night and day that they might be rid of their... Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes. Serve him with... I, too, swore to devote my life... And so I would see these people say that they might do their duty.
You do understand?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a cash. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, forgive me, my lord. But I... Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go. An Ffxvi. There must be. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Damn it! Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Founder, I should get this.
My lord, I am glad.
I met with your third chair, sir.
Thank you. He
died protecting the... I buried him in Mickleby.
If you could not...
The villagers, they prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an Aetherflood came. Your brother sacrificed, even knowing that
Then he perished defending... For the right to choose how one dies.
Sid would agree.
A noble ambition. It matters not how misguided others might judge. Only that the decision is we live according to the teachings of our order. For better.
But he didn't die for your crit, and you still believe that what he did...
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this, to know the names of all the Undying. They died serving my house. That is...
Of course, I shall fetch the book of my lord. It has the greatest honor, though our duties may differ. Yours is no... And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of...
Why the hell would Victor take the... Side. Here to help. Thanks, but I'll be...
You're really good.
I am, but...
If it's within my...
It's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized. I can think of only one place where...
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor!
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Veld. The League of Outlaws encampment was complete.
What?
Every last one of...
Bandits are one thing. We need to evacuate. Ferda, the Akashic Mace. Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, the children stay with me for now. Tell them to prepare for a full...
Understood.
I'll do what I can to... You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a...
What do you want?
To pass on an imp. There's been an ether flood. The camp with the so-called League of Outlaws, they're no longer just bandits. You need to begin
Oh, do we? And...
Lubor, perhaps? You may believe his lies, my lord.
But why would he lie?
Some twisted if he had not been unmarked. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well...
Lord Underhill, Lubor cannot be...
You may not trust me. If there is any chance...
There isn't. Now be off.
You're making a mistake.
It's no use. Words will not move them.
Then we must find another way to ensure Dalamil's survival.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Good day, my lord. Fare you well.
Lord Sid. I went to warn Conrad, and they've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says are bloody, which means the town guard can't be counted, but I can. You only...
I appreciate...
Sid!
Victor?
I couldn't abandon a friend, and Lubor is in need.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go, bearer!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Stop!
You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then.
Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain this. The ether flood occurred near the village. The place had been abandoned until the League of Outlaws. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are...
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate. With the bandits, we at least knew how and when these creatures come. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest, both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, and as soon as it has been, we will... Conrad, can I...
Always.
I leave the selection and the command of our men. Consider it
as you...
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk and tell the merchant not to waste time securing. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that...
Very well.
Where do I fit? Where else but the most... I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile main host is most likely still there. And Dalamil will not...
A little gardening?
I doubt it. I have...
Luckily,
so you... All right, then. Now it's...
Looks like everyone's ready.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive.
The League is... I should get back to Dallas.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them hit. Lubo, sit.
Clyde!
It's done. Thank you,
Friends, the Horde has... And we need not fear the victor...
Lubo, after all you have done...
But we did. And for that we only...
We need you, Lubo. So, if you would still...
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you...
I see. But I will only accept your...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
You will accept that if the mistreatment of bearers, any bearer within our walls shall be afforded this, they will not be judged by...
As we failed to do.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return.
Condition? Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat? How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here.
Lubo, about the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamil.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
I knew I was right not to.
Twin sides hundreds of miles away.